The opener was everything we could have asked for, and now this building stretched to capacity. Game 2 of the World Series between the New York Mets and the Toronto Blue Jays. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, an important ball game coming up here in Game 2.
Yeah, and I think it's worth remembering right here that once you get to the postseason, it's not always the best team that wins. It's the hottest team that wins. And these guys got a good road win in Game 1, and they're going to be looking to build on that one right here.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your defending American League East champion, Toronto Blue Jays.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this one. With that, here are Terry Collins' New York Mets. Anybody catch your eye, Eric?
Yeah, you know, I love what the Grandy man, Curtis Granderson, does for this ball club. He went deep last game, and he seems ready to take advantage of any mistakes he sees right now.
Marcus Stroman is on the mound for Game 2. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, remember, guys, he's a young pitcher, still garnering a lot of experience, and he has a lot of upside. If he continues to improve, he's going to be around this league for a very long time. I can't wait to watch him in this one.
And with that, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for the Blue Jays. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
Curtis Granderson will dig in now, coming off one of the best offensive performances we've seen in a World Series game for quite some time.
Oh, really just a game for the ages there. He put on a one-man show, and you can bet he probably won't see the same kind of pitches that he saw last time out. He'll be a lot more careful when he's at the dish.
Slapped hard the opposite way, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Well, first pitch of the game, a lot of guys on the mound are thinking, all right, let's just get ahead here with the fastball.
And he was having none of it at the plate. Drives this one for a solid single to start things out.
Lucas Duda will stand in now for the first time, coming off, well, nothing short of a dynamic performance last time out.
Well, it makes you wonder how they're going to attack him here in this game. I would bet that they're a lot more cautious with him.
Now here's a ball hit in the air to straightaway right field. This ball's got plenty of carry to it, and it is out of here. A two-run blast to straightaway right field. His second home run of the series as the Mets are out in front now 2-0.
I tell you, that's the perfect storm there. A power pitcher on the mound throwing a hard fastball to a power hitter at the plate. He takes a big swing and squares it perfectly. I mean, that's as long a home run as you're going to see.
Here's the third baseman, David Wright. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike one. Bases are empty here, nobody out. Swing and a long drive again. This one to deep center. Ranging back is Pilar. Gone. Back-to-back homers. So a solo shot here for David Wright. His first homer so far in the series, and the Mets have taken a 3-0 lead.
And early on here, he's having real trouble locating his pitches. I mean, this is another pitch that's biting off way too much of the plate. And they've roughed him up for 2 home runs already, and we're not out of the first yet.
Yoenis Cespedes will stand in, and he was one of the heroes last time out with 2 big home runs.
Boy, he picked a good time for him, too. Here on the big stage in October, the way he was attacking the baseball, he is definitely not lacking for confidence when he's at the plate.
Stroman's ready. First pitch on its way. He swings and crushes it. Oh my, there is no doubt about this one, and they've done it again. Back-to-back-to-back home runs. A solo home run here off the bat of Yoenis Cespedes. His 3rd home run of this series, and the Mets have jumped out to a 4-0 lead.
As a colleague of mine likes to say, boy, oh boy. That is now 3 straight home runs here in the very first inning. And now, I would not be surprised to see the bullpen spring into action, because I would bet it's not all too often that a guy could survive an inning like this and then go on to pitch an effective ball game.
Here's Neil Walker. Swing and a drive. This one's deep to right. Looking up is Pilar. Gone! Open up the record books. Back-to-back-to-back-to-back home runs. A solo home run here for Neil Walker. His 3rd home run of this series, and the Mets have got it up to a 5-0 game now.
My goodness, it's not too often that you're going to see an outburst like this. That's 4 home runs in this inning alone. I don't know if the wind's picked up or everything's out over the middle of the plate, but baseballs are flying all over this place.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. As he'll go after the first pitch and send a ground ball down to 3rd. Throw on to first, and they're finally able to get on the board here. There's 1 away.
Well, this hasn't been the smoothest inning ever, so he just needed to get it out somehow. And I think he'll take it right here on that ground ball.
Juan Lagares will step in now as the designated hitter here in the World Series.
Yeah, and thanks to the American League's win in the All-Star game, we're going to have a DH in games 1, 2, 6, and 7. So maybe a chance for a little more offense than they're normally accustomed to.
Into the windup and the pitch. Line toward the gap in left center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
The minute he hits that, he's thinking it's a base hit all the way, but it's one of those situations where you get penalized for hitting the ball too hard. And this stayed up long enough to find the outfielder's glove out there.
Standing in now, Michael Conforto. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here, no balls and a strike.
I'm pretty sure this is not what that man right there had in mind. He's watched this guy really struggle here in the first inning.
Smoke toward the hole. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Boy, he has really taken a pounding out there. That's 6 hits now he's given up in just this inning alone, and it's beyond time for a change. You've got to get him out of there.
Asdrubal Cabrera set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
First pitch on its way. He pulls this one into right. Bautista there to put it away and finally put an end to the inning. 9 men come to the plate, however, 5 of them score. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. The Mets lead this one 5-0. With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. What's this club need to focus on here this evening, Steve?
Well, it certainly wasn't a good start. You're down by a ton after the first. So stay patient, chip away. You've got 9 innings to go.
Noah Syndergaard will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Yeah, Matt, in his last start, he threw a no-hitter. Absolutely ate up his opponent. We'll see how long he can keep that no-hit streak going.
With a moment now, let's take a look at the defense for the New York Mets. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Well, I think the big question everyone's asking before this game was, how are these guys going to respond from just getting whacked last time out there? In the regular season, you say, hey, no big deal. You put it behind you. You move on pretty quickly. But in the postseason, you could say it's over and done with, but I don't think it's quite as easy as that. Those are the kind of losses that stick with you, and you just keep thinking about them.
And taken in out there for the first out.
Now, that'll be a frustrating at-bat for him. He's got to be thinking he let one get away there because that's a pitch he should have been able to handle.
Now to the plate, Josh Donaldson, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. And set up behind the plate is Ricky Holiday, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Well, kind of strangely, Holiday has a bit of a reputation for rewarding the high strike. And that can really upset the hitters sometimes because the pitcher isn't usually trying to throw it there. So we'll see if any of that shows up.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Corner paint right there, 97 miles an hour. What are you going to do with that?
And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning.
Well, nothing wrong with a pop-out and a strikeout when you're out on the mound. And he's saying, I'll take this all game long.
Jose Bautista gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Man, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. And a changeup runs inside on him as he's got to back out of the way of that one.
Sometimes if you let that changeup go too soon, it'll take off on you. He's lucky that didn't hit him.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. And the inning is going to continue here as he reaches on an infield single.
And here's a situation where, heck, just make contact. Put the ball in play. You never know. Winds up beating this ball out.
Edwin Encarnacion will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
That 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
Now a swing and a fly ball. And this will fall, but it's a foul ball. fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. A pause, and the 0-2.
Nope.
And he won't offer it that. Too high, 1-2.
All right, so he sort of wasted one up right there. Now I think we'll see a breaking ball down in the zone, trying to get him to swing and miss.
Great changeup there in the dirt for the third strike. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Blue Jays held in check. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Curtis Granderson will stand in to lead off the second. And what will they do for an encore after the first inning they put together?
Well, you know, Matt, they might not have to do anything at all. That's how good the first inning was.
Swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1. Oh, and this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run. A solo home run for Curtis Granderson. His second home run of the series. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Here's Lucas Duda now.
Lucas Duda.
Hard liner to center field. Pilar is right there, one down.
Well, this guy on the mound right now isn't fooling anybody to start this inning. The home run was clearly hammered, and this ball's hit even harder, but with just a more favorable result out there on the mound.
Here's the third baseman, David Wright. Yes, he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. Oh, he does get to it to knock it down. And they'll tag him out in the rundown.
It's a high five. Instead, I guess he's thinking about two, but whatever he's doing.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. A solo shot here to left, his second home run of the game, as this lead swells to 7-0.
You want to talk about an offensive explosion? That's 6 home runs as a team so far. I mean, you might get that once a season. The whole lineup's been absolutely dialed in.
And some action now in the Toronto bullpen as a right-hander starts to get loose. Here's Neil Walker to right field and absolutely hammered. Forget about making a play on that ball. It's way out of here. Back-to-back home runs. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second of the game as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
Well, as an offense, you always wish that you could bottle whatever you've got going right now and take it into all your games. Whatever it is, sometimes guys just feed off one another. They start thinking, well, hey, if this guy can hit a home run and then he hits a home run, when I get up there, maybe I can hit a home run too. And now that's 3 home runs they've struck for in this one inning.
Here comes a Toronto skipper out toward the pitcher's mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll make his way to the dugout here as they'll turn things over to the bullpen from here on out. Gavin Floyd is going to come on now here in just the second inning, so he'll likely be asked to work a few innings here. Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. This is line to left. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night. Around first, heading for second now, and he is in there. The tag, and he is out at third, and with that, the side is retired. So they get 3 runs here, all coming via solo home runs. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The Mets are out. Chris Colabello will lead things off here as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 due up to start the home second. First pitch of the at-bat. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
And that guy right there is the beneficiary of all these early runs. He's got to be the happiest guy in the ballpark.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Straight smoke right there. Both pitches in the upper 90s.
Here's the ball hit high in the air and fairly deep toward the right field corner. Granderson is back, and he reaches up to put it away for a long out, number 1.
And with 2 strikes, when you force a hitter to hit your changeup, that's how you take his power away, especially when it's down in the zone. That's a sign of a smart pitcher right there.
Striding into the box, Russell Martin. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First delivery to him on the way. And that's cut on and missed, 0-1. And there's a swing and a miss by Martin as he falls behind now, 0-2.
Yeah, he was out front right there, probably guessing fastball. But now, 0-2, you can't be guessing anymore. You got to find something in the strike zone and put it in play.
And Martin swings and misses that time on a good pitch, and he's gone on strikes for out number 2.
Let's check out that pitching sequence right here. There's not a whole lot to it. He gets him started with good morning. And there's good afternoon. And here it is, good night. 3-pitch strikeout, and you're not going to get him much easier than that.
Here's Michael Saunders now, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into...
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. Still 8-0. Juan Lagares is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
Hard liner toward short. So this will be taken in out there at short, and that's the first out of the inning.
And you have to figure he didn't think he'd be seeing any action this early on, but he's going to need to hold down the fort for a while here, now that their starter's already out of the ballgame.
Floyd gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. Out in front of it, strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. On the ground to the right side. On to first as the throw takes care of him, and it's a quick 2-up, 2-down start to the third. Asdrubal Cabrera stands in for the second time. hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he was pretty unlucky last time because he squared up that fastball nicely. So we're going to have to see if they still come at him with hard stuff.
Popped high in the air. Colabello is camped under this one, and he will make the catch, so that'll do it. Quick work there as the Mets are down on 4 pitches. Kevin Pillar digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. A little bouncer. Foul ball, strike 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And another foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
Batting ninth, second baseman.
We'll get a good look at the grip on this last circle change. You can see that your fingers actually make kind of an OK symbol on the side of the baseball, and that gives it that nice fading movement it has at the end.
Devin Travis will take his cuts now, and he is one guy whose bat has not made the transition from regular season to postseason.
Yeah, and he was so good during the regular year, but he's been a non-factor so far in this postseason.
Right side. Gloved by Walker. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Well, that's just good pitching right there. Really ties him up with that fastball in on the hands. And he hits just a simple ground ball there for the easy out.
So it's back to the top of the order now. And danger now is standing in as the fine shortstop, Troy Tulowitzki. Right there for strike 1. And Tulowitzki can't come up with that one as he falls behind 0-2 now.
Now he's just running right through these guys. Absolutely worn them down.
Here it comes, 0-2. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Blue Jays go down in order. They're on the short end of an 8-0 score. Curtis Granderson is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
Pillar racing back, still going back. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
He's just trying to get a fastball in there to start the inning. Ball winds up getting hit pretty well, but not well enough to do any damage. It's a 1-pitch out.
Lucas Duda strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Floyd sets his sights. Here's the first pitch. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And this is a guy who will not get cheated up there, and he almost came out of his shoes on that one.
And it's quickly 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Right side and right into the shift. There is Travis on to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the 4th.
And at this point in the game, your defenders will love you for this. He's been able to pick up the first 2 outs of the inning here on just 4 pitches.
First pitch coming. Here it is. David Wright swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1.
And with 2 outs here and nobody on, if he gets a fastball like that one, he won't be afraid about airing one out here. This is a swing for the fences type situation.
High and deep to center field. Pillar going back at the track. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. Josh Donaldson is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Yeah, same pitch, same result, and he's late on it again.
This is swung on and missed, and away now, and that'll bring in the two-time Major League home run champ Jose Bautista. Sends that one out of play for strike one. No runs, just one hit, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2.
And we've seen guys swing at that four-seam riding fastball up in the zone, but you're never going to get on top of that thing when it's up that high.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive, and we'll do it again on 0-2. And he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off 1-2. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
And you just get the sense that he's got it on cruise control out there now. Make it 9 in a row he's set down.
Edwin Encarnacion will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Boy, he has been a first-strike throwing machine, hasn't he? He's hardly been behind in the count all game long.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Yeah, and if you got him to look at the first pitch up there, why not throw it again? Also let her high. That puts him in a quick 0-2 hole.
Ready with the 0-2. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And Wright will make the catch to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. Still 8-0. Yoenis Cespedes stands in again here with 2 home runs already to his name in this one.
And you know what, Matt? He's just made it look so easy out there. I think they've got to change their approach right here. Use some caution or something.
Now some definite signs of life in that Toronto bullpen. Both the lefty and the right-hander begin to throw. In the air to right center and carrying well. Way back there now. And gone. Home run. Solo shot to right center. His 3rd home run of the ball game as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Well, you talk about guys that have hit 3 home runs in a World Series game. Well, it's a pretty short conversation. Let's see, you got Babe Ruth, Reggie Jackson, Albert Pujols, Pablo Sandoval did it as well. And now this man right here. I mean, this is unbelievable. This is the kind of game that he's going to be reminded of until well into his golden years. And good for him. This has been just a truly great performance.
And when you see a guy rip one like this, one pitch after the previous guy left the yard, you know you're dealing with a pitcher whose mind is elsewhere. That'll snap you back to reality, though, pretty quick.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud, as he goes after the first pitch and lines one out toward right center. And this is going to find the alley as he might have himself his 2nd double of the ball game. And he's safe.
I'll tell you, this guy has been something else in these playoffs.
Here's Juan Lagares. Drilled on the ground to short. Tulowitzki gloves it. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Well, this is a pretty hard-hit ball, and I thought for a second that he might have had a shot at the plate, but he thinks about it for a second and takes the sure out instead, and that allows that runner to come in and score.
Michael Conforto will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
High and deep to straightaway right. Back goes Bautista at the track. The wall. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. His second home run of the series as this lead got even wider.
And this is just a fastball right here, but I'm pretty sure it's not where he wanted it. This has got some elevation to it, and that's one of those where you know it's going to be a home run as soon as you let go.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera, sent in the and out of the inning.
This has just been a rough day for this guy so far in this one. Everything they're hitting is hard, even if it's right at someone.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. This is hit high and deep out to left. Looking up is Saunders. Gone! A solo shot here to left. His second home run of the game as the blowout continues.
Well, it seems to me like we've seen this before. His second home run of the ball game. And it would seem to me that he hit that one harder than he did the last one. So he's definitely locked in.
Here's Lucas Duda now. Now that ball is smoked. Carrying to deep left. Saunders going back. Gone! Back-to-back jacks on back-to-back pitches. So a solo shot here to left center field. His second of the game as they just continue to pour it on here.
Oh, he's absolutely wearing it out there at this point. I mean, here's back-to-back home runs on top of what he's given up already. Come on, enough's enough.
Here's the third baseman, David Wright. Oh, and that's knocked down. And some problems defensively as they allow him to reach first safely.
And when things are going well, these are the little things that just seem to start going your way. Nothing too amazing here, but this winds up an infield single, and the breaks just keep going their way.
Tried in again as he looks to join a very elite list. We take you back to earlier. This was home run number 3 in the ball game as he'll try and join just a select few with 4 home runs in a single game. To short, hit hard. Underhanded flip. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. All told, 10 men come to the plate here. 6 of them score. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Mets lead it 14-0. Chris Colabello will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront, and this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air.
Well, you take a swing at a pitch like that, you're lucky that you only got sawed off. He's going to have to go find himself another piece of lumber.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Down the first baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the 5th, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just one hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. Russell Martin will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
And sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
Michael Saunders stands in, looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first two guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike one.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
Yeah, one pitch away now from getting through 5 shutout innings, and I'll tell you what, the way he's throwing, this could turn out to be a night off for the bullpen.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Game 2 coverage rolls on after this. Roberto Osuna will come on now to try and sort this mess out, as he'll likely be asked to go at least a few innings here.
Osuna.
Neil Walker will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his second home run of the game, as he was off to a fast start indeed. Walker's in a hole here, no balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, a couple of mid-90s fastballs, and he hasn't been close on either one of them.
Swing and a little blooper to center. Travis ranging into the outfield. Makes the play, 1 away.
And here's a spot where you can see he just doesn't get that bat on a level plane through the zone. You know, this is an uppercut swing, like he's trying to hit it out of the park, and it winds up a routine pop-up.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line toward the alley in left center, but this will hang up just enough as he takes it in stride in left center for the second out. Juan Lagares will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
Pilar is underneath this one, and he will put it away to retire the side. Down in order go the Mets, but they're still on cruise control, 14-0. Kevin Pilar will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
Granderson will come over to give it a look, but he's going to run out of room. It's a foul ball. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
And if he's had any postseason jitters, he hasn't shown them to me.
No, he's been outstanding so far.
He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point, so his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Into the box, Devin Travis. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. And he takes strike two. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
Boy, his guys got him the lead back in the very first inning, and he hasn't looked back since. He's had everything go his way so far, and this inning's turning out to be no exception.
Troy Tulowitzki will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
Oh and 1, here it comes. No plate discipline that time, and he's in the hole now. 0 and 2.
A strike away now from getting through 6 shutout innings here, and that's no small feat against this lineup.
Trying to strike him out for the second time. Out in front of that one. May have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. That's it to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? You bet he does. Make it 16 in a row. He's set down now as the side is retired yet again. Blue Jays go down in order, but this one's pretty much over. 14-0. Back here at Rogers Center in Toronto. It's on to the 7th now in Game 2, but before we start, there's a look at our game summary to this point. Michael Conforto will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. This is pulled into right. Bautista is there, 1 away.
First pitch swinging here to start the inning, and he didn't waste any time waiting for his pitch. He got it right there. Just hit it right at somebody.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. Oh, and he leaves that one right over the plate as this is sent high and deep out to right center field. And it is gone, a home run. Solo shot to right center. His first homer here in the series as this lead got even wider.
Well, this is the chance you take when you work up in the zone like this. I mean, this is right in his happy zone, and he jumps all over it and sends it right over the wall.
Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Stepping in now, Curtis Granderson. And here's a ball high of the wall. Now the 0-1. Grounded up the first baseline. Colabello is up with it, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Up next for the Mets,
Lucas Duda stands in again here with 2 home runs already to his name in this one. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole. 0-2 now. Line drive to left. Saunders is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So it's 1 run on 1 hit, which was the home run, no errors, and no one left on base. Bottom of the 7th. Get up and stretch here in Toronto. Mets out in front, 15-0. Josh Donaldson steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game. So just chip away, chip away.
Pops this one up just beyond the infield on the right side. Walker is under it to tuck this one away, and it's a 1-pitch out to begin the home half of the 7th.
This isn't always the way you want to play it here. I mean, it's late in the game. Your guys are losing. Wouldn't be such a bad idea to take a pitch or two. Instead, he chases after the very first pitch, and it's an easy out.
Jose Bautista comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
This guy just continues to pound the strike zone. He's thrown a first pitch strike to 90% of the batters he's faced. Look how late we are into this ball game, and that's the difference for him.
1 out, nobody on. Again, he sends it out of play. Tough fastball that time, but he hangs with it to stay alive. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game.
Well, we've talked about it already, but this has just been an absolutely dominating performance out there. That's 14 strikeouts.
Edwin Encarnacion now, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
And this is high, a ball and a strike.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Left side. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Add another 0 as it's up to 7 shutout innings so far. David Wright will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ballgame. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And this is going to be through into center field for a base hit as the leadoff man's aboard in the 8th.
You talk about a guy who's really stepped it up all throughout this postseason. Here's your man right here. And he's on base again as he leads off the inning with a base hit.
Coming to the plate now, Yoenis Cespedes. And he's got a very real opportunity at making some history here.
Yeah, all he needs here is the double, guys, so he's going to be feeling just a little bit of pressure. Cycles are so rare to get.
Now a double play ball here as this is on the ground to third. On to first, and Cespedes grounds into a double play.
Well, it only took him 1 pitch to get himself in trouble, and 1 pitch later, he's already out of trouble by getting that double play.
Neil Walker steps in and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the 2nd. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Saunders is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Mets are out on top. 50. Chris Cullivan way through. And this gets through into right, so he turns the 0-2 count into a leadoff base hit.
The catcher, number 55.
And you want to talk about being on top of your game? This is the first base runner that he's allowed since way back in the very first inning. He might not even remember what it's like to work out of the stretch.
tap foul at home plate. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Chopped weakly to the left. Cabrera's there to Walker for 1. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
Yeah, you know, a double play there was always going to be a stretch. And that's where you just take that force out at second, get the lead runner, and then say, you know what, thank you very much.
At the plate, Michael Saunders. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Into the seats, 0-1. The 0-1. Chopped foul right at home plate. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Another one sent foul. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game. Kevin Pillar will dig in. Took a cold 3rd strike his last time.
Yeah, it's always a frustrating thing to go down looking, but you know what? Everybody does it. So you've got to let that one go and make the next AB count.
The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
He's closing in on
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 1 left for Toronto. Start the bus. They're down 15-0. Drew Storen will come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th.
Storen.
At the plate, Travis d'Arnaud, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here.
Catcher, Travis d'Arnaud.
Here's a swing, and oh man! Way out of here. Travis d'Arnaud with the solo home run. His 3rd home run of this series as the blowout continues.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Juan Lagares.
Here's Juan Lagares. Hit hard up the middle, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Well, they haven't really needed him so far, but finally comes through here to wipe out that over in his 5th try.
Michael Conforto is into the box now. He hit one over the wall back in the 5th. Storen comes set and delivers. Line to the right side. Bautista is there, and he'll bring this one in.
The shortstop, number 13.
Asdrubal Cabrera will stand in to try it again, already with 1 home run of the ball game, and on cue, here it was back in the 7th inning, a solo shot that provided quite a spark for these guys. Pillar ranging back, still ranging back. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the 2nd out.
Well, the only good news that comes out of this at-bat is that he stayed out of the double play. Other than that, this at-bat really didn't achieve a whole lot.
Curtis Granderson stands in again here with 2 home runs already to his name in this one. A shot down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a ball hit in the air to right field, and deep back is the right fielder, but he will look up and watch this one sail out of here. A 2-run home run for Curtis Granderson. His 3rd home run of the ball game as they just continue to pour it on here.
Well, you talk about guys that have hit 3 home runs in a World Series game. Well, it's a pretty short conversation. Let's see, you got Babe Ruth, Reggie Jackson, Albert Pujols, Pablo Sandoval did it as well, and now this man right here. I mean, this is unbelievable. This is the kind of game that he's going to be reminded of until well into his golden years, and good for him. This has been just a truly great performance.
Bounce to the right into the loaded-up infield. Travis fields it cleanly and not too shabby out of the pen. Takes just 2 pitches to get the ground ball, and that ends the inning. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. 9, 1, and 2 scheduled to lead off the. Devin Travis will stand in to start off the ninth here with his guys in danger of going down 2 games to none if they can't rally. And there's his strike right down the heart of the plate, 0-1.
Boy, it's one thing for a reliever to come in out of the pen and throw 100 miles an hour for 15 pitches or so. But he's right up there around the century mark now, and he's still throwing hard.
And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up.
Now batting.
Can't ask for much more out of a starting pitcher. Working on a 2-hit shutout right now.
Troy Tulowitzki will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Granderson is there, and there are 2 men gone now.
Well, this has been a thoroughly dominating performance out there. Kept these guys guessing all game long, and he's just 1 out away now from picking up a well-deserved complete game shutout.
Josh Donaldson will stand in now as their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth.
Yeah, just one final hurdle here before he finishes off the shutout.
Here comes the first pitch. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
Just a bit late, and he's falling behind 0-2. Now a swing, and he pops him up, and this should do it. Oh, and they botch this one as it drops in the infield.
Well, I've got to think this is a lack of communication right here. I don't know if he heard an "I got it" or what, but this should be an easy pop out. Instead, he doesn't even get leather on it.
Here comes the right fielder, Jose Bautista, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1.
Yeah, and that fastball still got some life to it, even over 100 pitches.
A runner on first with 2 away. Taken, called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight. Tried a change of pace with 2 strikes there, but it misses 1 and 2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Yeah, just 2 hits were all they could muster off of him. He was in complete control from the start of this game, and he finished it off in style, too.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. And guys, you can't win if you can't score, so there's probably not a whole lot of debate about who'll take home Topps Player of the Game honors in this one.
Yeah, really a dominating performance out there. Look at all the strikeouts. I mean, they just couldn't touch him.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Mets come out on top, 18-0. Good night from Toronto.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 1 minute. Tonight's paid attendance at the Rogers Center, 50,516.